Hello, today I am going to be reviewing and taking a look at the ultimate NECA boar predator figure. I just picked him up today at Walmart for about $35, and I've been looking for this guy specifically for several months now, trying to get a hold of one in store. So, starting off with packaging, I'm going to just pick my phone up for a second. He is in basically the same style box as the Ultimate Elder Predator, with this nice, gorgeous artwork of him on the front, firing what looks like a small rocket or something, with a guy falling in the background, with that really badass screaming expression on his face, the smart disc in his hand covered in blood. It's some crazy artwork. I love the scar or tattoo on the top of his head. He looks badass. Ultimate Boar Predator on the bottom there. And the box is practically the same as the Elder. Same width and dimensions too, size and everything, as far as I can tell. And it opens up from the front with a nice, good-looking picture of him there. The internal packaging, like the plastic coffin he came in, that's where his accessories were, that's where he was, that's where his extra head was, etc., etc. The back of the package has some nice shots of him with a lore explanation as well. You can pause it here if you want to read all of that. And then, again, advertisements for the other figures in the line. That second one down looks like the Jungle Hunter, I can't really tell. Then the Lost Predator at the top. But these all look fantastic. I like the packaging. I'm going to set it off to the side now and get into accessories. So you can see him holding his combi stick already. But besides that, he comes with a collapsed version of the combi stick, which is sculpted and painted very nicely. It looks really cool. It looks like wood almost, even though I know it's supposed to be metal. The tips are very pointy. They're not sharp, but they're pointy and ridged, painted in a nice metallic gold finish. The brown is very, very, very shiny. The whole thing is shiny. It looks really good. I don't really know if you can tell in the lighting, but it is reflecting quite well. A lot of light's coming off of it in person. But it looks neat. I like it. It does not move. It's just a solid chunk, which isn't a bad thing at all. He also includes a human skull, just one, with a black and grayish brush to it. It looks fantastic. It's just as good looking as the ones that come with the Elder Predator. It's very nice looking, very well done. I like it. It's actually pretty cool to have like bones as props. But this looks fantastic. No short of excellent work on here. He includes two extra little... One sec. I don't really know what these are. They don't plug into his left arm because the pegs on the bottom are too long for the peg that's already there, so I don't really know what these are for. But they have a long peg on the bottom for some reason, and I guess they're like wrist gauntlets or blades or something, I'm not sure. But they look neat, whatever they are. He includes a opened smart disc, which looks fantastic. It's very nice, and he can actually hold it in the appropriate hand. But I'll get to the hands in just a minute. The smart disc looks very good. It looks just like it did in the movie, minus the glowing lights. I like it. It has a nice silver dry brush on top and some little tiny black accents on the bottom that are really not that visible. But it looks nice. Whatever the painting is, it's great. He includes a blast effect for his plasma caster, which the plasma caster is currently attached to his back. I'll get to that in a minute as well. But this looks really good. Nice orange, nice shape. Slightly translucent under the paint with a peg in the bottom. right there for attaching to the barrel of the gun, or plasma caster, I mean. He came with 2 splayed hands on in the package, but I took one off to put the gripping hand on and the combi stick. Oh shit, that fell under my desk. 1 second. Okay. One of his hands fell under my desk, might be. But he included this splayed open hand on him in the package, both of them were. And it looks fantastic. The orange, the black, the tan, the black of the glove is really nice. And I like that you can make out the tendons on the back of his hand and knuckles. It looks nothing short of great. The wrinkles are good, all of it. And again, all the pegs, or the wrist pegs, are a single... Whoa, that's tight. The pegs go up and down, only they don't go side to side or anything. Oh, that's rough to move. He includes a right gripping hand, which same positives about this as the other one, really. Looks good. I don't really know what it's for, because, again, he doesn't have anything that would fit this, but it's nice to have it as an alternative to a fist, maybe. And then he includes a smart disc holding hand, which can actually hold it. Actually, let me try that to show you on camera. So you gotta line the fingers up with the holes. His 2 middle finger, his middle and ring finger, go in this like center hole here that looks like it's 2 put together. So let's see if I can do this without messing him up. Or the hand up, I mean. Yeah. See, he can hold it just fine. The connection's actually pretty secure. It's not going anywhere. That looks pretty cool. And then last, for, I guess it's not really an accessory, but he comes with a second unmasked head sculpt, which looks amazing. That somewhat screaming expression on his mouth looks fantastic. The gloss, the pink inside, the tan of his skin, the brown on top of his head, it looks so good. It almost looks wet in person. Like, I don't really know if it's showing up on camera, but his skin texture almost looks like he's wet. His eyes are... Actually, let me get my other phone and see if I can get the lighting better. Yeah, you can see his eyes in there. They look great. The head looks fantastic. There's the peg hole to attach it to his neck. And it's so cool looking. The dreads, again, are all soft and rubbery in texture. Well, they're made of rubber, or at least a soft plastic. But they look good. His mandibles do not move. He does not come with an alternate mouth expression or anything like that. It's just these 2 head sculpts. But this looks phenomenal. If I'm going to display him, I'm definitely going to use the unmasked head, even though I really like his helmet. But the teeth are sharp and pointy. His gums are appropriately burgundy red. It looks amazing. He has little nubs and ridges on the top of his skull, which looks really badass. But finishing off with accessories and what he is included with, let's get on to what the accessories that are currently attached to him are. So, just a minute, let me pose him for better framing, so I don't poke my phone with the combi. He can hold the combi in that hand perfectly fine. It's not loose. It's not really going anywhere. It works just fine. And his last accessory, technically, is his plasma caster, which is on a completely different peg system from the Elder. It just slots into this whole shape, kind of just slots into that groove. Oh shit, I didn't do it right. There we go. It's interesting, but it works. I'm going to take the plasma caster off and leave it off for the rest of the video, but getting into it first. The plasma caster backpack is cool looking. It looks neat. The gun itself can lift and rotate around to point forward over his arm. And it has a rail, so it can slide side to side. It can bend up pretty far. It can also lean down if you need it to. But that's more for having it twisted and keeping it stored on his back. But that looks pretty good. I like it. Now, I'm going to take the combi stick out of his hand really quickly. There we go. The combi stick itself is really fucking big and really well painted and sculpted. It's a very nice copper with a black wash in between the seam lines or the grooves, and it's really, really neat. The tips are pointy and straight on this end, but on this end it's slightly bent, which I'm really not too upset about. Honestly, I don't care that much. But the combi stick itself is beautifully done, looks really neat, and is just a really good prop to actually have for a Predator figure. I wish that more of them came with combi sticks, because this is just such a cool idea of a weapon, a really nice badass spear. Hell yeah, I'll take it. But moving on to the boar himself. If that's his actual name, I don't know. So, starting off with a little gimmick he has going on. His wrist computers can open up. And there's no detail inside, no numbers, or the Yautja text is printed inside, but they do open. On this arm, his right arm, it opens outwards away from his body, whereas the left one opens into his body for some reason. That's a little weird, but I'll take it. More moving parts are more moving parts. And he does include a second smart disc that is collapsed. I just have it hooked onto his belt right now, or leg. And it holds its connections, same positives as the other one. It looks really cool. One thing I noticed when I opened him was his ass is just kind of out. Like, man is not wearing anything but a thong and fishnets. That's really, really ridiculous. But, besides that, getting into articulation. I haven't really messed with it yet, but I'm expecting basically the same thing as the Elder. Well, his sculpt and paint is beautiful, just like everything else. It looks, if you watch my Elder Predator video, pretty much the same things can be said about this dude. He looks phenomenally good. His painting, his sculpting, his shaping is really good. His skin is good. The fishnets are done well. The armor and padding is done really well. It looks like actual metal, even though I know it's rubber or plastic. He looks nothing short of great. I love his helmet, and I love how big his chest armor is. But getting onto articulation, the dreads, same as of every other NECA Predator, they are soft and rubbery. Even though they're plastic, they feel like rubber. But they all move individually, every single one. The head can rock side to side. He can look side to side. He can look up about that far, which is pretty good, actually. His eye level is looking straight up, pretty much. He can look down that far, and that is straight out, pretty much. So his head has good range. He can look up and down, side to side, rock, that's pretty good. Now, arms, I haven't messed with them yet. Okay, the bicep swivel. Okay, that just fell off of his arm, cool. The bicep swivel returns with this guy. the forearm swivel as well. How far can we get his arm up? Okay, with the pauldron in the way, that's a surprising amount. Huh. But he has a forearm swivel as well, bicep swivel, double jointed elbow. That's actually really good range for an elbow joint. The wrists can... What the fuck? I'm just gonna glue these in. What the fuck? The wrists can rotate inside of the arm and bend back and forth. The torso can rotate at the diaphragm and at the lower midsection. No real rock at all, basically none, so I won't really need to go over that. The thighs can rotate a little bit. I'm gonna move my phone for lighting. That's not that much better, but whatever. The thighs can rotate. He can kick out pretty damn far. Not perfectly perpendicular, but that's far. He can kick back that far because before his booty cheeks decide to get in the way of his thigh. Oh, his ass is just a straight up rubber pad. That's hilarious. The knees do not have a swivel themselves, but they have a nice powerful double joint. Powerful, what does that mean? He has a good double joint in the knee. And the ankles are on a simple standard ball joint and have pretty much all the range that the sculpt can afford it. He's not super limited, but his midsection is the biggest limitation. Kind of the same as the elder, which isn't the biggest deal because you can still just use this guy for very good posing if you're going to put him on a shelf or something. But he looks pretty damn badass and I like him. I got him physically in Walmart for, again, $36. I don't know what he is online because I haven't really checked. I've been waiting to get him in person. So check around online on like Big Bad Toy Store, Amazon. If you can find the boar predator for a good price, go for it. He's actually pretty cool. I guess that does it. I'll see you guys maybe on Monday because I'm getting the ultimate feral predator in from Prey tomorrow or Tuesday. So the next video is going to be around then. Peace out. This guy's pretty good. Maybe an 8 out of 10. He's pretty cool and I like him a lot more than I'm letting on. 8 out of 10. Pretty sick figure. Peace out.